What's going on, guys and gals? I heard you wanted a SmackDown review, and you heard this was the place to be. So my name is Calvin Douglas. I am from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I have been a lifelong wrestling fan. From as young as I can remember, some of my earliest memories were of wrestling and going to events at the Air Canada Centre, which is now the Rogers Centre. Yeah, I just figured, why not jump into the realm of reviewing? And here we go. SmackDown kicks off in Spain. The fans were phenomenal. These guys were singing everything. They were doing their ole, ole, ole. LA Knight comes down to the ring, and he was basically just vibing with the crowd, because how could you not? He didn't really say much of anything. Like I said, he was vibing with the crowd. They were doing their songs. They were doing the LA chants, the LA Knights, yeah. After that, he got interrupted by Jimmy Uso. Jimmy's basically been lost in the shuffle. Essentially, he was saying he's worried because WrestleMania is right around the corner. He doesn't know what to do, so he figures punching his ticket to WrestleMania would include the United States Championship. Not long after these guys get to it, the Bloodline interfere. This is Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga. And basically, Solo just hypes up his man Jacob, saying, yo, if there's one of us that's going to get a US championship, it's going to be my man Jacob, you know? Jacob Fatu is absolutely a star. You could tell there's going to be singles titles, tag teams titles, all in his future. Oh, speaking of singles and tag titles, when Jimmy said he deserves to be the next US championship, the next US champion, I could have swore he called the US title the US tag team titles. I went back a couple of times, and I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. So that was a bit of a botch. It happens. It's live. He was nervous. I'm botching. I'm sitting in the living room by myself. So, hey, I just thought that was a little bit funny. So after the Bloodline interfere, there is a six-man tag made. So that would be LA Knight, Jimmy Uso, and Braun Strowman versus the Bloodline. The match wasn't anything too memorable. All I know is Jacob Fatu is phenomenal, and he shouldn't be moving like that. That double moonsault, almost like Tiffany Stratton's, that he does is chef's kiss. This dude is too big to be moving like that. Six-man tag match happens. Braun Strowman hits Tama Tonga with his power slam and pins him. After that, we get an after-match beatdown. Jacob Fatu destroys Braun Strowman, goes up to the ramp, and he comes back down. He does the whole power thing through the barricade, so Braun's laid out flat. Let's see here. Next segment, we get a recap of the big three. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi. That storyline is cooking. To me, that's the second best thing happening in wrestling right now. Besides the whole John Cena, Rock, Cody Rhodes, Travis Scott. This is beautiful. I love all three of these women, and you can tell they really care. From the tears to the drama, I have seen something that I found funny. People are saying this looks like it's going to be on Maury, like Maury Povich, a Maury Povich segment, and I did kind of find that pretty funny. So Jade Cargill is backstage, and she's having an interview with Kathy Kelly, basically talking about everything that happened. And you hear some noise in the background, and it's actually Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. You just hear this cackling, you know how they do, very loud, very over the top. Jade Cargill pretty much goes, yo, like, this isn't the time. Liv Morgan and Raquel go back and forth. And then Jade Cargill goes, okay, you know what? This ain't the time. I'm going to see you next week. So it's been confirmed that Jade Cargill and Liv Morgan are going to go one-on-one on next week's episode of SmackDown. Liv Morgan, without missing a beat, says, you know what? Just don't get pushed onto any more cars between now and then. And I found that hilarious. Oh, man. After that, we get a B-Fab promo, which was pretty dope. I didn't know she was, pardon me if I'm being, I don't know exactly where she was from, but she was from the area. She knew how to speak that language. She cut a promo in Spanish, I believe. which is pretty dope. I honestly thought her outfit was made of like measuring tape, like the yellow portions of it. I was like, oh, what the hell is going on there? And then I thought, like, her theme song kind of slaps. Her theme song's kind of dope. I never really took in B-Fab like that. We then get Charlotte versus B-Fab, and I just thought Charlotte looked like she was dipped in glitter. Her outfit was kind of cool. And the thing that stood out to me in this match was B-Fab didn't look out of place next to 14-time champ Charlotte. Like, she was holding her own. Ultimately, Charlotte beats B-Fab because the grass is green. Post-match, she keeps the figure eight locked in, and Tiffany Stratton interferes. They brawl until it's stopped by security. I really hope Tiffany Stratton beats Charlotte at WrestleMania because we can't just keep building people up to have them lose to Charlotte. And I was actually Team Charlotte originally, but even I got tired of it. Okay, next we get the Miz TV segment with Cody Rhodes. Before anything could even start, Tiffany and Charlotte, the brawl continues. These guys were just going at it the whole time. Tiffany gets to a point where she gets to like an elevated platform and Charlotte's being held by Ollie security and she just hits this beautiful swanton bomb. Tiffany moves with such like elegance and grace. Her moveset is beautiful. Tiffany Stratton and Booker T honestly have maybe the two most beautiful movesets in the history of WWE. So after that, Charlotte secured, Tiffany moves. So we got a Miz TV segment with Cody Rhodes, and before anything could even happen, Tiffany and Charlotte. So after that, we got a Miz TV segment with Cody Rhodes, but before anything could even happen, we see the Tiffany and Charlotte brawl spill out into the arena. There comes a point where Tiffany for fuck's sake. So after that, we get a Miz TV segment with Cody Rhodes. But before anything could even happen, Tiffany and Charlotte, they're still brawling. It continues out into the arena. And it comes a point where Tiffany gets to this elevated platform. Charlotte's being held off by all these security guards. And Tiffany hits this beautiful swanton bomb. Tiffany Stratton and Booker T probably have the two most beautiful movesets I've ever seen. So after that gets taken care of, Cody Rhodes joins the mix. The crowd sung his song the whole time, literally word for word. When they did the whole, whoa, I swear the roof was going to get blown off of the place. It was phenomenal. Miz cut off Cody Rhodes when he was on the top rope in the ring and he was going to do the whoa. The second time, he cut him off. Cody Rhodes basically beats the hell out of him. He went to the ring with a finisher stored because he hit that crossroads on the Miz immediately. Basically got right down to it. He said he's not interested in talking to anybody and not interested in looking at anybody unless they're John Cena. Says Cody Rhodes is going to be on the same show as John Cena, and that's Monday Night Raw at the 17th. On the 17th, I should say. And just a reminder that Raw also starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific. After that, we got Shinsuke Nakamura and Damian Priest in the backstage. They're basically airing out their grievances until a match gets put together between them. So Damian Priest immediately goes to the ring, followed by Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't know what it is with Shinsuke Nakamura, man, because his presentation is so dope, but there's just something I don't know if they're dropping the ball, if he's dropping the ball. He's good in the ring. He's not that great of a promo, but his presentation is phenomenal. I just don't understand what the issue is with him. His U.S. Championship reign was not it. When he faced LA Knight, I believe it was last week, I was like, please, just let him win. Just let LA Knight take the championship off of this guy, man. So basically the match happens, and Drew McIntyre interferes towards the end of the match, and he basically gives Damian Priest the disqualification win, which I never understood. Like, if I had beef with somebody and I ran down to the ring, I wouldn't hit them first because it would give them the win, right? I would just hit the other guy real quick, so at least you lose and I'm gonna beat you down. But you know what it is, wrestling logic. Shinsuke Nakamura takes a little opening to give a Kinshasa to Damian Priest. After that, Drew beats the hell out of Damian Priest, saying it's on site, basically like Itchy and Scratchy, Tom and Jerry. whoever has on-site beef, who you guys know of, you know what the deal is. After that, we get Kathy Kelly interviewing DIY backstage. Motor City Machine Guns interfere, and Kathy Kelly looks annoyed as hell. I thought Kathy Kelly was the star of this segment. She's definitely a star. After that, we get another Kathy Kelly interview with Chelsea Green, and I think Chelsea Green's one of the hottest superstars in all of wrestling right now. She just understands character work and the gimmick and in-ring work. She's just phenomenal. I'm really glad they picked her back up. Sometimes you do have to, I'm not going to say sometimes you do have to get fired, but sometimes when one door closes, another one opens, or it's just a matter of you getting better at your craft, you know? But I'm glad to see Chelsea Green back. So basically during the interview, Zelina Vega interferes and she wants a shot at the US Championship. Piper Niven says, whoa, slow your roads. Before you get to her, you got to go through me. So next week, we're going to get Zelina Vega versus Piper Niven. And I assume if Zelina wins, she'll get a shot at the United States Championship. After that, we get Randy Orton head into the ring with the crowd singing along his theme song. And just similar to LA Knight, every word, these guys didn't miss a beat. It was beautiful. And this is what makes me a wrestling fan, just the pageantry, you know? It's phenomenal to see. You can't really explain it to a non-wrestling fan. You kind of have to get it to get it. It's one of those, if you know, you know. We get Randy versus Mello, and I honestly realize this is the second time on the same show that we had a 14-time world champion competing. So it's Randy Orton has 14, and I'm almost certain Charlotte Flair has 14 too. That was a little bit cool. During the match, Randy Orton catches Mello with a beautiful power slam. That was off of a reversal of Mello's springboard. One of the ones where he kind of catches him and then he does the quick snap. It looked beautiful, but it looked kind of dangerous because Mello was so close to hitting his neck. Thankfully, obviously, he didn't. That was really nice to see. And then Mello hits this beautiful springboard DDT. Randy Orton is on his knees facing away from Mello, and Mello kind of jumps on the rope opposite Randy and catches his head and drops him with a DDT. That was beautiful. Those are the two moves that stood out during this match. But ultimately, you get Randy Orton hitting the RKO for the win. Randy Orton goes for the handshake, and Mello pushes his face off. Like, yo, like, I'm not even trying to see that right now. Pushes his face off. Of course, he gets another RKO because I don't know what he was thinking. And then Randy backs up. He goes for his punt kick. And then we see Kevin Owens kind of just pull him out of the ring, pull Mello out of the ring to save it. Let me tell you, when this punt kick finally hits, it's going to hit like a mofo. Because we haven't seen this punt kick on TV in I don't even know how long, to be honest with you. Next, we get a Bloodline promo where Fatu just cuts this highly energetic promo calling out Braun for next week. And you can really see like who the man of this stable is. Like Jacob Fatu is him right now. It's almost like The Rock in Nation of Domination, where you could tell like, I know we're pushing this guy, but that guy is dope. Like you knew it's gonna be his time. After that, we get a quick promo. It was the number 4, and it looked like it was up in smoke. I don't really know what that means, but 4 days from SmackDown is NXT, so I'm pretty sure we'll find out something on NXT. These little promos are always cool to me. It always gives me something to look forward to, and it gets the brain going, like, what is it? Who could it be? What the hell is going on? I love stuff like that. Gunther enters the ring, and basically he says that he runs Jey Uso down. You know the normal stuff. All he does is yeet. He's out here entertaining the fans. Once the bell rings, I'm superior to him. Yada, yada, yada. But Gunther basically calls out NXT's Axiom. And Lillian Garcia's announcement, like that for Axiom was friggin' awesome. It just sounded like, it sounded right, if that makes any sense. Gunther looked like he was going to kill Axiom with a powerbomb off the top rope. Axiom reversed like his life depended on it, because it did. And after a good back and forth, Gunther hit him with a clothesline from hell. I swear he almost took his head off. Hit him with a powerbomb, and then he beat him. Gunther beat Axiom. I was surprised Jey Uso didn't interfere. I don't think he was on the show at all. And that, I was kind of surprised. I don't know what was going on there. We get a Paul Heyman interview after, sorry, not a Paul Heyman interview, a Paul Heyman promo in the middle of the ring. He basically hypes up 2K25 and announces today is Roman Reigns Day. He confirms Roman will be on the same episode of SmackDown. After that, we get a Paul Heyman promo in the middle of the ring. He's basically hyping up 2K25, calls today National Roman Reigns Day, says anybody who has a problem with that can take it up next week with Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns will be on SmackDown next week. So now we get... Basically after that, we get a Paul Heyman interview. Basically after that, we get a Paul Heyman promo in the middle of the ring. He's just hyping up 2K25, announces today as Roman Reigns Day. He says it's not CM Punk's day, it's not Seth Rollins' day, and anybody who has a problem with that can take it up with Roman Reigns next week, as Roman Reigns will be in the building next week for SmackDown. After that, we get a quick little promo backstage with the Street Profits. They're hyping themselves up for their match. And Legado Fantasma basically says, hey, like, congratulations, good luck out there, yada, yada, yada. They start laughing. And then Montez Ford starts mocking their laugh, which I found pretty funny. Montez Ford is money, man. Angelo Dawkins is money. Street Profits look so good, man. So after this, we get another backstage promo. This episode of SmackDown was very promo heavy, which I don't mind. It is what it is. But Gunther sits down with Jimmy and he's basically like, yo, bro, I'm going to kill your brother at WrestleMania. Talk some sense into him. And of course, Jimmy doesn't do that. He hypes up his bro, as he should, hits Gunther with the yeet. And then that's the end of that promo. So now we have the Tag Team Championship match. It is the Street Profits versus DIY. Angelo Dawkins looks phenomenal. Like, his conditioning is amazing. He actually looks like he's been pumping some weight. And even just his cardio looks great. Like, you can tell like he's not winded anymore. He's really taking this serious. So basically this match, to sum it up, Ford hits a frog splash after DIY. There's some miscommunication. I don't remember who exactly kicked who, but one of the members on DIY hit one of their tag partners. And so Street Profits were able to capitalize on this. Montez Ford got tagged in, hit a frog splash, and we have new tag team champions. So that's pretty much the gist of SmackDown. Next week, it's been confirmed, we get Liv versus Jade Cargill, we get Braun versus Jacob Fatu, we get Zelina Vega versus Piper Niven, and Roman Reigns will also be on the show. So next week is going to be fire. I can't wait. I'll definitely be doing a review for that. And yeah, that's SmackDown. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, rocking with me. It's not exactly the smoothest video. It is my first, but hopefully that gave you enough information to kind of rock out with and know exactly what the hell happened. I'm not going to be reviewing matches hold for hold, because it'll just take too long, and I really don't think that's important. I kind of just want to give you guys the things that stood out to me. So if you guys have anything to say, anything to add, please feel free to leave it in the comments. Like I said, this is my first video, and this will be the first of many. Thanks for rocking with me. I'm Calvin Douglas, see these wrestling videos, and I'm out, man. Peace.